Hello everyone, this is Achaia Achaia bringing you another VOD. This is a 2v2 game that I played on Metalopolis with my buddy 13. And actually, as you can see here, 13 now has his own account. He was fortunate enough to get a beta key, and he has since joined the StarCraft 2 beta today. And we have been playing 2v2 placement matches. And we just finished up a few minutes ago, and we happened to place into the Platinum Division for 2v2 arranged team. Alright. So yeah, anyways, this is one of the games that we played for our placement matches. And we decided to try to use the line of sight blocker vents in the back of the bases. Basically, one of the things that 13 goes for is he does a proxy pylon back in here, and the red Protoss player doesn't manage to scout it. And then what I do here, this is me, the purple Zerg on the right. I end up getting Nidus up in this Terran player's line of sight blocker vents. I don't know if there's a better thing to call those. It seems a little like long-winded to say that, but anyways, that's what they're called. But yeah, the Terran player basically just introduced you to the other team here. We've got MahjongKing, so apparently this guy loves Mahjong, or however you say that really weird tiles game. Yeah, I've never really been into that myself, but hey, to each their own. And then we've got EkinCheng. So I don't know if these guys are like Korean or something, because they've got some goofy names, but oh, excuse me. My voice is extremely dry because I drank way too much soda and not enough water over the weekend. But anyways, the Protoss player is picking up a gateway and a forge already, making good use out of that chrono boost, which if you're a Protoss player, chrono boost is absolutely crucial, especially for your drone production early in the game, because if you, or I'm sorry, not your drone, your pro production. I'm a Zerg player, so I'm used to saying drones. But anyways, if you don't use that in your pro production initially, at least until you get to a solid spot on your economy, you can fall behind pretty quickly. Going over to the Terran player's base, they are doing a full-on wall in here. They've got their barracks and 2 supply depots, and they also have an early gas here. I don't remember exactly what they go for. I know they tech initially. I think they do a little bit of marauders, and then I believe they also do another barracks here with a reactor so they can get quick marines, because that allows you to produce 2 marines at a time. Going back to my base, I am going my typical speedling opening, which I've already got my queen building. I just started my speedling upgrade, so I'm about to start producing zerglings once these eggs hatch and everything. I may even, yeah, I already got a few going right here too. So going to try to do a little scouting and put a little pressure on. The red player does have 1 cannon up for defense, which makes it hard to scout him. And he is also building a cybernetics core, so starting to tech a little bit. He is a little light on probes though. You notice he's only got about, I think that's 13. So he's got about 13 probes, which is a little bit shy, because you want to have typically 2 per mineral patch, which with 8 mineral patches per starting base for most of the maps in StarCraft 2, you know, 16 is the ideal number. So he's just short of that right now, although he is currently producing a few more probes, so that's good. It looks like he's going to max out on that. And then of course he's got the one assimilator up here on his geyser, but he is not actually harvesting anything out of it yet. So meanwhile, the blue Terran player has some marines outside of my base, and if you look at my vision here, I can only see a couple of them, so I don't know if he's got a lot of them or if he's only got a handful of them. So I'm kind of expecting the worst at this point. But when he comes up with only 2 zealots and 4 marines into my base, I'm pleasantly surprised, because I have more than enough zerglings to handle it. So yeah, basically get a surround on these zealots, and then the marines are toast after that. Blue has more marines streaming down here, but he decides to send them back because his other ones just got roasted. And one last zealot here. I think I chase this down with my zerglings just because I've got the speed upgrade, so I can. The speed upgrade is so baller if you're playing Zerg. It just allows you to do so much early in the game, because nothing else is nearly as fast as the speed Zerglings are. So they're a lot of fun to play with. And if I would have been paying closer attention, because I just started sending my Zerglings after these marines that were running around, they've got their supply depot down. And actually, you know what? I think I did get up in this round. Yeah. He leaves it down so he can get his marines back in, and my lings sneak in with the marines, so that was pretty funny. But He did get a Hellion out in time, which I luckily managed to trap so that he can't do a whole lot of damage with it, but that's a lot of fun. And then coming back, my buddy 13 is putting some pressure on red here. So both of us kind of on the offensive at this point, and you'll notice he did get the proxy pylon back here on these line of sight blockers, which I don't believe red is aware that this is back here yet. If we check his vision, yeah, he does not see that this pylon is back here with these zealots, and so 13 is warped in a handful of zealots now, and he's going to go on the offensive, and red is just completely caught off guard. I'm sorry, EkinCheng. I keep calling him red, and he's got a name, for crying out loud. But anyways, he doesn't have enough to hold off this zealot rush. And going back to my base, I've already got a Nidus network up and running, which is tier 2 tech again. If you didn't see my my build order video on how to use Nidus worms efficiently, then I would definitely recommend checking that out, and how they operate and just function, because they're definitely different from StarCraft 1. And anyways, I end up building a Nidus worm up here, which is why I've got my Overlord here, giving me a little bit of a spot on this. And the blue player, again, you know, checking their vision, he can't see this because of the line of smoke blocking that. So my Nidus worm gets up here without any problems, and then I basically just flood the blue player's base with units because he doesn't have this little choke to block off my units anymore. So I basically just run everything in here, start working on some mineral workers here, taking stuff down, you know. But the blue player responds. He's teching pretty hard though, going a command center for an expansion. And then he's also got the factory already, so he's teching a little bit heavier than the rest of us are, except for maybe my partner here, 13. He's pretty standard tech. He's got a few gateways, cybernetics, core, and forge, so nothing special there. But he is just laying waste to red's base because this proxy pylon was so worth it. With warp gate, you know, being able to warp in anywhere in pylon power, getting a proxy pylon somewhere hidden like this, even if it can't be inside your enemy's base, even having one just outside or near where a battle's going on is tremendously helpful, because rather than having to walk your units to the battle, you can just warp them straight into the battle. You can see red's trying to set up another nexus here so he can stay in the game. Unfortunately for him though, blue doesn't have a whole lot left in his main base, because I was able to successfully attack. Blue does have a starport that is most of the way done, but unfortunately I took out the SCV right before it was finished, so if he could have gotten out, well, I guess he couldn't have even gotten out of Banshee because you need the tech lab for that. But anyways, just cleaning up the game. Yeah, so this is pretty much the end of the game, and just to add insult to injury, I built a hatchery at the high yield minerals because I'm a jerk like that. And yeah, there goes MahjongKing. He is gone. So that's the game. Just wanted to show that one to you. It was one of the fun games that 13 and I played tonight, and as I mentioned earlier, we did finish our placement matches, and we are in the 2v2 Platinum League. So hopefully I will be bringing you some high quality VODs, as since we're in that league, we should hopefully be playing against some high quality players. So anyways, thank you for watching, and GG.